Access denied. A Canadian man at risk of losing livelihood and his entire family now in limbo. The recent rejection at the U.S. border coming as a surprise because he has been working on American soil for years and now can't go home, stuck in Ottawa. Good afternoon. This is CTV News at 5. I'm Stefan. A Canadian family has been stuck in Ottawa for a month now, unable to return to their American home. What was supposed to be a fun trip north has now turned into a border crossing nightmare. He has been on a work visa for years, but now under the Trump administration, border officers seemingly exercising more power and have told him his position doesn't qualify. CTV's Caitlin Wilson is here to walk us through it all. Caitlin.
Yes, Stefan, the family says they were trying to renew their visa at a Quebec border crossing after a weekend ski trip, but were denied entry back into the United States. Now they're staying in Ottawa, with no clear timeline for when they can go home. It started back in March when Michael Freeze tried to renew his TN visa at the border, which according to U.S. Customs and Border Protection allows Canadian citizens to work in the United States under specific jobs. He and his family have been living in Massachusetts for the past 4 years, where he works as a construction consultant for a luxury home builder. But he says the border officer determined his role didn't qualify under the TN visa. He says he tried again the next day at an Ontario border crossing with updated paperwork, but was denied again.
You will see border officers sometimes exercise discretion in favor of those people. That discretion, however, we've seen reduced under this administration.
It's not that we don't want to live here, it's that we feel that we need to live where we do, and that that's the best place for our family.
Freeze says he's now looking at other options, including new jobs or even going back to school, but there's no clear timeline on how quickly they can get back home. We've reached out to American authorities for clarification on the visa process, but haven't heard back. Stefan?
CTV's Caitlin Wilson reporting live for us. Thank you, Caitlin. And when it comes to some of the latest news out of the United States, President Donald Trump addressed Americans last night on the state of the war with Iran. He highlighted U.S. military accomplishments, but did not offer a timeline for a possible end to the conflict.
We're going to hit them extremely hard over the next 2 to 3 weeks. We're going to bring them back to the Stone Ages where they belong.
So no clear path to end the supply disruptions that have sent energy prices soaring, and no mention of American ground troops entering Iran. Meanwhile, Foreign Affairs Minister Anita Anand says Canada will not hesitate to help secure the Strait of Hormuz once a ceasefire is in place.
Post-ceasefire, we could be looking at vessels, demining expertise, intelligence, cyber capabilities as being items that Canada will contribute.
Anand, along with representatives from 30 other countries, are discussing diplomatic options today to reopen the strait. Iran has effectively blocked it since being attacked by the U.S. and Israel more than a month ago. The disruption is responsible for the surge in global oil prices. And gas prices here in the nation's capital continue to surge, many gas stations posting prices just shy of $1.86 for a liter of regular today. Ottawa police releasing new details last night about the assault at Rideau and Colonel By, saying one person was arrested shortly after the incident happened. In case you missed it, a man is in hospital recovering from critical injuries after an incident near the Rideau Centre around 2:15 p.m. yesterday. Police say the exact location was under the bridge at Rideau and Colonel By Drive across from the mall's western entrance. Paramedics say the injuries were caused by blunt force trauma. This investigation is ongoing. But while police continue to look into what happened and why, many are now talking about the walkway under the bridge. Some say they avoid using it out of fear, and the area councillor is now weighing in. CTV's Natalie Van Roy joins us with more on that. Natalie.
Stefan, many people that we spoke to today near that underpass say that they do generally avoid it, and while it may be a quicker detour for some routes, some say they just don't want a chance going in that area. Now, this is what it looks like during the day. It doesn't take long to make your way through, but it has become a hangout for those who call the streets home. And while many sympathize with issues that come with being unhoused, like mental health and addictions, many say they don't feel comfortable and would rather take the long way around instead of the shortcut.
I think a camera would solve a lot of issues for things like this. If it does come down to a murder or things that we've had in the past, then I think it would definitely help the situation to have at least proof or some sort of evidence or at least some sort of accountability.
Aside from yesterday's incident, there have been crimes here before. In 2006, a young man was stabbed to death here. Two years later, City Hall launched a pilot project to showcase art in an effort to improve the area and get more people comfortable with using the underpass. But even with those efforts in the past, many residents say they still aren't comfortable going that route. Stefan.
CTV's Natalie Van Roy reporting live for us. Thank you, Natalie. Now to a CTV Ottawa exclusive that highlights the dangers of lithium-ion batteries in a devastating way. A woman suffering burns and losing her home, all because of a charger. And Ottawa firefighters are once again warning the public. CTV's Katie Griffin was given exclusive access and is here to tell us more. Katie.
Well, Stefan, so many people use these power banks to charge their phones. Gabby Hammond had one in her bed and it caught fire late last month.
I heard like a pop sound and I kind of sprung up out of my bed and then I felt my arm kind of burning. I tried to put the fire out with my pillow and then I kind of threw the charger on the phone, but my mattress had already caught fire, so it just kept going and getting bigger no matter how much I was like putting it out.
The fire tore through their Stittsville home, causing an estimated $750,000 in damage. In December, INIU recalled more than 200,000 BI-B41 power banks in the U.S. after reports of overheating, some causing fires and burns. Now, there's no recall in Canada, but Health Canada says it does review recalls in other jurisdictions. CTV reached out to the company multiple times, but did not hear back in time for broadcast. This is the 9th fire caused by lithium-ion batteries in Ottawa so far this year, compared to 26 in all of last year.
We're seeing more lithium-ion battery fires due to misuse of them, not following manufacturers' instructions, and just the simple act of dropping a lithium-ion battery on a hard surface may damage the battery and it should be replaced.
And firefighters don't want people to panic if they have these, but to ensure they're using them properly. Now, with so much fire, smoke, and water damage throughout the home, the Hammonds believe they'll have to rebuild the home entirely. Ottawa Fire says if you find yourself in a situation like this, get out of the house, call 911, and let them handle it. Stefan.
All right, thank you for this reminder, Katie.
You're welcome.
In other news, the Ottawa Charge playing in another PWHL takeover tour game last night, facing off against the Toronto Scepters in Calgary.
Riley sends it over for Cataranga. Scores!
With this game being played out west, it was a late start and many of you were likely in bed before it was done. The Scepters, though, took the win, defeating the Charge 2-1. Now the Charge look ahead to Friday night when they host the Montreal Victoire at the Canadian Tire Centre. Now to an update on the historic moon mission that had millions in awe. So far, we know the crew has already tested some vital systems on the spacecraft, including the water dispenser, which will provide drinking water and rehydrate their food. They also fixed the toilet after earlier issues and performed checks on the system that removes carbon dioxide from the air. Here's Commander Reed Wiseman with an update.
All right, Amy, welcome on board the Integrity spacecraft. We got, right now, myself and Christina are in seats 1 and 2, getting ready for rendezvous and prox-ops demonstration. Victor's just finishing up getting out of suits and getting suit drying going, and Jeremy is hard at work in cabin configuration.
Yesterday's blast-off happened at 6:35 p.m. This mission is designed to last 10 days. The crew is scheduled to splash down on April 10th. Coming up on CTV News at 5, we're live at the Canadian Tire Centre where the Sens are hosting a Women in Business event ahead of tonight's game against Buffalo. And our Jackie Pears is here with our first check on the forecast. Jackie.
Well, thanks so much, Stefan. We started this morning with a little bit of sunshine, but now it really has changed. We've got some light rain already moving through, at least here in downtown Ottawa and parts of eastern Ontario. And this is a closer look at that weather system that is going to bring a wintry mix. Much of it is going to be focused on the valley here in Ottawa, likely to see heavier rainfall, perhaps some isolated pop-up showers as well throughout the overnight. It should clear by the time this time tomorrow tomorrow. But again, temperature-wise, we are looking at much warmer conditions. 7 degrees for our overnight low and 18 degrees is the anticipated daytime high. We'll have these details and much more for you in just a little bit.
Thank you, Jackie. Here's what you need to know. The Carp Farmers Market is hosting its Easter market this Saturday at the Carp Fairgrounds. Check out more than 60 local vendors, a kids coloring contest, and live music. The market runs from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. A live check on traffic right now. The road's a little wet. It is raining outside. The 417 westbound is slow from Nicholas to Moody, also slow around Palladium. Eastbound, moderate from St. Laurent to Innis, and 174 east, moderate to heavy delays between the Split and Montreal Road. Our popular Team of the Week segment is back. If you want to be a part of our Myers Automotive Group Team of the Week, upload your video to ctvnewsottawa.ca. Well, the Ottawa Senators are taking on the Buffalo Sabres tonight for a crucial game on home ice, and it's also a special night at the Canadian Tire Centre hosting the Power Play Women in Business Night. CTV News at 6 anchor Patricia Bowl is hosting the pregame panel. She joins us live from the CTC. Patricia on special assignment tonight. And Patricia, the Senators have done a few of these events now. What was the impetus to target women specifically?
Well, I think, Steph, realizing that this was an untapped market. If you look at the split in the stands at any given game, the Senators will tell you it's about 50-50 now, men and women. And there are a lot of women doing really amazing things in the business world in this city. There's always been a lot of networking events that have been designed around sport aimed at men. So this was a chance to do something for women specifically. And we have had incredible panels. This is the third event that I have hosted like this, and there's been a couple of others as well. And the panelists get up there and they share some of their stories about navigating different fields of business. Some of those are sports oriented, some are not. A lot of women come after work. They get to take in the panel. They know that some of that money is going to support women and girls having access to sport. They get to meet a lot of people. They don't have to dress up. They get to throw on the jersey, get a free drink, have an absolute blast.
Wonderful initiative indeed. And after the main event, Patricia, a little hockey gets played, and this is a big weekend at the CTC. Talk to us more about that.
It really is. So everyone goes upstairs, get a meal in the ledge, and watch the Senators take on the Buffalo Sabres. They sit 2 points out of a playoff spot. It is all big this weekend. They have 2 more games here. And at the end of the weekend, we may know whether they're in a playoff position. Throw into the mix tomorrow night, the women take over on the ice. The Charge are playing a Friday night game, have almost sold that out. So some of the women here, of course, will be at that event tomorrow as well, Steph.
Go Sens, go. Go Charge, go. Thanks, Patricia. We'll talk to you again at 6.
We have started a new collection contract, and part of the transition period is offering solutions for our residents.
Coming up on CTV News at 5, some Ottawa households get a one-time garbage drop-off this weekend. We'll tell you in just a few minutes. Here's what you need to know. The Canadian Ringette Championships are happening this week here in the capital until April 4th. Watch the best ringette players across Canada compete for national glory. Games and events are taking place at arenas right across the capital. Here's another live check on traffic. Again, if you're about to head out the door, the roads are a little wet. It is raining, so visibility might be compromised. It is slow going westbound on the Queensway out to Woodruff and certainly around Palladium because of tonight's Sens game. We'll be right back. Coming up on CTV after the 6 o'clock news, E-Talk starts at 7. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage at 7:30. Next Level Chef at 8, followed by 911 Nashville and then Grey's Anatomy. We have a bit of a warm-up to kick off the Easter long weekend. Tomorrow's daytime high forecasted to be 18 degrees. Even if it comes with rain, Jackie, I'm happy with those numbers.
Yeah, that's right, Stefan. Make sure that you keep your umbrella very close by because the unsettled weather that we have seen over the last few days, it's expected to carry us into this weekend. We are already seeing that little bit of that unsettled weather moving through the region right now. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. So the light rain already moving through. Right now, it's 3 degrees and might even, if you look closely, might even see a little bit of flurries moving in as well. That's a wonderful shot of Quebec Point in the National Gallery of Canada. Now, taking a closer look at this weather system, you can see that we do have a wintry mix that is moving through eastern Ontario. A lot of it focused closer to Ottawa as well as the Valley. No weather warnings or statements are in place, but we are anticipating 5 to 10 millimeters of rain from now into the overnight, and perhaps an additional 5 millimeters of rain moving in for our Saturday. So we are anticipating, you could see little spots of yellows here and there, so scattered showers and the chance for potential isolated pop-up thunderstorms as well. Now, temperature-wise, when are we getting to this 18 degrees? Well, even when we look into the overnight hours, by 7 a.m. tomorrow, we're already going to be at 10 degrees. Now, keep in mind, there is a risk of thunderstorm around the midnight hour, but the winds are going to start to pick up really throughout the day. In the afternoon, we could see wind gusts between 30 to 50 kilometers per hour. And by, I would say, 3 to 6 o'clock, that's when temperatures are going to hit around 16, 18 degrees. The sunshine, we may get a little bit of this closer to sunset. For the most part, it is going to be mainly cloudy skies for our afternoon. Now, as we look towards the valley, daytime high for tomorrow is 17 degrees. Again, periods of rain in the forecast, very similar for our friends in the Seaway as well. The daytime high also sitting around 18 degrees. So while it will be warm, it will be a wet one, at least for the morning. And by the time we look for Friday afternoon, it is expected to clear into Saturday morning. However, Saturday evening, early afternoon, we could see more unsettled weather moving in through the region. Now, here's a closer look at our 5-day forecast. Temperature 18 degrees. It will drop by 10 degrees by the time Saturday rolls around, but we will be hovering between 8 to 9 degrees for our Easter weekend. And by Monday and Tuesday, we're still hovering above the freezing mark.
Weather is brought to you by Manotick Tree. Complete tree care from start to stump.
So it really depends how you're going to look at this weekend, Stefan. Yes, we're getting that double-digit temperatures. We are getting this unsettling weather. Look at all of these rain spots that are going to be moving through over the next 3 days. But I'm going to take this as long as we get that 18 degrees.
Definitely. It's not going to rain on our 18-degree parade. Jackie, thank you. Here's a look at the stories you're checking out right now on CTV News Ottawa.ca. We know the kids are off from school. It's going to be an Easter long weekend. Just hop over to our website. And one of our top articles are things to do in Ottawa this weekend. No shortage of hockey. Senators are playing, Charger playing, as Patricia did mention. And I believe the 67s are also playing. Again, they are looking really good for a sweep right now. Anime Ottawa is on, if that's your thing. And again, the list goes on and on and on. Just go to ctvnewsottawa.ca.
It has been a really great experience building this place with people that have an investment in music.
Coming up on CTV News at 5, a new music bar getting set to open in the capital, hoping to hit the right note as a unique space. Here's what else you need to know. Enjoy some family fun over at the Diefenbunker this Saturday for Easter at the Bunker. There are designated entry time slots for the event between 10 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon. Tickets must be purchased in advance. If you need gas tonight, one of the day's cheapest gas prices can be found at the Shell station on Eagleson Road in Canada. Regular gas there is listed for 178.9 cents a litre. We'll be right back.
Get the latest live local breaking news. Sign up now for our morning and evening CTV News Ottawa newsletter. The best local content from CTV News, Your Morning Ottawa, and News Talk 580 CFRA. Get it all in one place. Sign up now at ctvnewsottawa.ca. The CTV News Ottawa newsletter is brought to you in part by CAA Business.
Here's another live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. It is currently 4 degrees and rainy. And here's what we're working on for 6 o'clock.
I tried to put the fire out with my pillow, and then I kind of threw the charger on the phone, but my mattress had already caught fire.
A CTV News exclusive bringing awareness to just how quickly things can turn into a massive fire from a little lithium-ion battery. Details of the damage and injuries that has firefighters putting out a widespread warning.
It's not that we don't want to live here, it's that we feel that we need to live where we do.
A Canadian family stuck staying with friends in Ottawa after being denied access at the U.S. border. Paperwork intact, but border agents still get the final say in spite of living and working there for years. We'll explain.
It was an amazing ride uphill. The views, we've got 2 moon rises that we've had so far, and the views of planet Earth, we've circled it completely, and we forgot how beautiful it is to look down on Earth.
And a room with a view like no other. The crew of Artemis 2 on their 2nd day in space after blasting off yesterday on the historic mission around the moon. Now the final 5 other stories we're following today. With changes to the garbage collection calendar kicking in this week, some residents are getting a one-time garbage drop-off day this weekend.
These are for the residents that are most impacted and have the longest gap between collection days for garbage. So 17 and over days.
The special drop-off day is happening for those residents this Saturday, April 4th. You can find a list of the 7 drop-off spots on our website. There is a limit of 1 15-kilogram bag per household. No bulky items will be accepted. Proof of address may be required on site.
It has been a really great experience building this place with people that have an investment in music and the arts community in Centertown.
It's a cozy, casual spot with a focus on the acoustics. Ottawa's newest listening lounge, Phono, is about to open. Owners say it's a place where music and artists take center stage to offer music the way it's meant to be heard, featuring vinyl records and premium sound systems. It has been 50 years since Ontario first passed its seatbelt law requiring everyone in a vehicle to buckle up. Despite years of enforcement and safety warnings, police say some people still aren't following the rules. The fines for not wearing one run between $200 and $1,000, and it can be the difference between life and death during a collision.
All right, I mean, if you look at the 18 skaters who played for them in Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final last year, the turnover right away, they score!
A reminder, the Sens are back on home ice tonight facing the Buffalo Sabres after this devastating 6-3 loss against the Florida Panthers on Tuesday. That was a hit to Ottawa's playoff push, but fans are hoping for the best tonight, even though the Sens haven't been able to beat the Sabres in little over 2 years. Puck drop is 7 p.m. Here's a look at what will be open and closed over the Easter long weekend here in Ottawa. A reminder, there will be no garbage or recycling collection on Friday or Monday. All malls and most retail stores will be closed Good Friday and Easter Sunday. Same with most grocery stores. All LCBO and beer store locations will also be closed tomorrow and Easter Sunday. But if you are looking for something to do with your family, just check out our website. That is CTV News at 5. I'm Stefan Keys. Be sure to join us for CTV News at 6. The early edition of National starts now.